Hey, what's up?
Hi,
How you doing?
good. How are you?
Good. Where are you calling me from today? What state are you in?
I'm in California,
California. I'm in the Midwest. I'm in Omaha, Nebraska. What part of California are you in?
Southern California, so
Oh,
OC area.
I'm jealous. All right, cool. So today's call is all about you. My goal is to really get a better indication on like who you are, what you're about, where you're at with your online fitness business, where you want to be, maybe some challenges that you're facing. That by the end of this call, I should be able to provide you some sense of clarity or guidance. Sound good?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, cool. So what do we do full time? Where are we at right now?
So full time, I'm a student, a college student still. I'm still going to be one for the next 2 years, and then I just work two part-time jobs. One that involves like my career of choice that I'm taking later on, and then the other one is just like a shift supervisor at a coffee shop. So that's where I'm
Cool.
at right now.
Now, what's the job that like goes along with what you want to do career wise?
Um, so I am going to school for physical therapy assistant. So it's not necessarily like the doctor title, but they still do physical therapy, like stuff basically. So that's what I'm going to school for. And that's where I work at as part time. I work at a physical therapy clinic as an aide. So I just help patients with their exercises and stuff. So that's why online fitness coaching seems pretty cool because I can basically do that just through online
Absolutely.
rather than in person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Tying those two things in together so you can like really have another source of income coming in. And really what we could do is market this in such a way to where we're showing what you're doing with some of those clients that you're working with in the clinics as well. And as you get that degree, to show people like you can fix them, right? So in physical therapy,
Yeah.
someone's always going to need your help, right? Like injuries
Yeah.
are prevalent. Cool. I love that. So between your working in the clinic and then also as a shift supervisor at a coffee shop, how many hours are you totaling combine those two?
As of right now, I'm working the most. So combined would be 30 to 35 hours a week.
And when you go back to school, are you doing like, are you off for break right now?
So I'm in summer school right now. So I'm finishing my undergrad degree. So I end my undergrad degree for kinesiology in August. So then the next step is going to, it's like an undergrad degree again, but more of an associate's for physical therapy assistant.
Okay,
So it's more of like a trade school program, kind of what I'm doing.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Cool. So how long have you been at the clinic now?
Uh, for almost 9 months now.
Okay, cool. Love that. How long have you been slinging coffee?
Oof. Coffee industry for like 4 years now.
Okay, very cool. Now,
Yeah.
I know that you mentioned that we're gonna like we want to be in the online because it's gonna provide us a little bit more time, a little bit of financial independence. What else do we want out of this? Do we want more time? Do we want more flexibility? What are we looking for?
Um, More flexibility, I guess, because my schedule is pretty amped up, but also like I'm very adaptable at my schedule changing. So like if I need to make more time on something, like I will. Obviously, my education is first, but obviously it's money that needs to be inputted into that. So um just balancing those two out together, were honestly like I'll feel more adaptable and able and capable of doing that. Just as long as I have like a direction as to where I'm going. So,
I love that. Cool. So as far as goal wise, are you eventually trying to turn this into kind of like almost like a dual full-time job, like where you'd be doing your physical therapy assistant and coaching full time?
yes, that's the plan right now.
Is that what that looks like for you?
Yes.
All right. Cool. Now, in order for that to happen, what do we need to bring in a month to replace your both your current part-time jobs?
A month would probably be like 2000, probably around there. That's about what I make right now, but obviously struggling with driving to work and driving home and driving to school. So that's
Yeah,
what,
100%.
yeah.
Cool. So let me give you some context behind that. Industry averages for online training, very low end, 250 per month, all the way up to 500. Okay. So let's just say we're feeling really good. Maybe we're getting certified. We feel confident. Let's just say you're charging upwards of, let's say, 400 bucks on average. Okay. So if you had literally 4 clients, or I'm sorry, 10 clients, that would give us 4K a month. So we'd be doubling what you're currently making. If you had 25 clients, that gets us 10K a month. So it can happen relatively fast, right? So now that you know those industry averages, where do you see yourself wanting to be making?
The 10K a month would be nice.
Yeah. What do you feel like 10K a month would provide you?
Stability, for one. Literally, financial stability is my biggest hardship right now because I have everything going for me, but I also want to invest myself into working for something that, I can help others, but help myself as well so that I'm not constantly struggling with being broke all the time or not having time for myself, because also time for myself is equivalent to me succeeding in what I want to do. So, stability is probably where my head is at with this, but it also doesn't mean, oh, just for me. Like, I want to help others. Like, I love helping people. And I've learned that through the clinic that I'm working at and like just in general with other people in my surroundings. So,
Yeah, I
yeah.
love that. So essentially, we can't really pour into other people unless we feel fully poured into ourselves, right? So totally resonate with that. So balance is huge for you right now with you going to school, working these 2 jobs. How much of a balance do you currently have right now? Is it very limited?
Very limited. Yeah.
I can only imagine, right?
Mhm.
So if we can give you some time back, that would be much appreciated, right?
Yeah, for
Now,
sure.
outside of the financial, like struggling to make sure that we invest in ourselves, what else do you feel like would be a challenge to get this thing up and running and make this more of a reality for you?
Um, Again, just adaptability, I guess. Like, I honestly grew up in an environment where I don't have really much like of a support system. Like, I have my family and everything, but they don't really understand like what school is for me and how important it is to get my career as quick as possible. I'm only 21, so it's like I had to start growing up at a very young age. So just adapting to the different schedules, but like also just making time to grow this business that I'm foreseeing for myself, and just reaching out to people that have the knowledge that I don't have, which it was has been something really hard because I am very independent, but I also don't know everything. I don't know a lot of like creating my own business and building it. So just reaching out to people and getting that support from different people that I may not know in person, but you know, just getting that support, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. Let me ask you this. So you mentioned time is kind of like a thing right now. Like we, we're trying to figure out ways that we can actually fit this in our schedule. If you can dictate literally 10 to 20 hours per week, you're in a very solid spot. Do you feel like you can dictate 10 to 20 hours per week?
Yeah, I can do
Cool.
that.
Love that. All right. And then I think you kind of mentioned it, but I was going to ask, what do you feel like you would need from like a mentor to feel supported and successful? And I think you mentioned kind of like that guidance, and that reassurance. What else do you feel like you need?
Um, just like that motivation as well. I feel like not many can have that like empathy towards others, but I feel like with the right people, you'll feel motivated enough to really put in the work and the hours and the time into the business that you want to potentially grow. Again, I'm a very independent person, but I've learned that I can't do everything alone and I can't motivate myself alone. So just having someone that supports, reassures, and motivates me is another really important thing for me to be able to invest my time and my energy into it. Because again, I do have a lot on my plate, but it could all change just with the right amount of motivation and
Yeah.
guidance and support. Definitely. Yeah.
Now, I know you're independent, which I love, but are you also big with community and having additional support, like being able to reach out to multiple individuals who have been kind of tried and proven that like stuff works if you just follow this game plan, right?
Yeah.
So the cool thing about this is if this was something that's in alignment with you, you'd have your own individualized coach. So you'd have a one-on-one coach the entire enrollment period. This individual's completed both the 10K accelerator and the mastery level. So they have that 6 or 7 figure business that a lot of us aspire to get, right? So they're battle tested. They know exactly what you need to get from point A to point B in the most efficient way possible, right? To make most of our time. The other thing that they're going to work for with you is we're not trying to add anything additional to your plate. We're trying to maximize the time that we do have available. So we're trying to customize everything based upon the time that we do have available. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. I love that. Outside of it, sounds like you've been furthering your education as far as school goes. Have we gotten any other certifications? What else have we tried?
I was going for strength and conditioning certification, but I haven't really started that right now just because of school. I'm still finishing my undergrad, but I did take a strength and conditioning class as part of my school, so I kind of have those basics down. But yeah, that was going to be my next step, just to have like a little side thing going for strength and conditioning, just because that's also what I do at my clinic. I just help them and guide them with their exercises. So that was the next step, I guess. But I don't really have any like actual certifications, more so. So yeah.
Yeah, we actually can solve that problem for you. We do have an optional certification. It is not any additional charge to it. It's just part of our program, but it's equal parts fitness, equal parts nutrition. So a lot of it will probably be like, like basic for you, since you've like been going to school for more of this advanced stuff. But it makes you kind of gives you a feeling of confidence and qualification that you can provide legitimate recommendations. We're talking about like building a healthy plate, intuitive eating, designing macro approved meals, things of that nature. And then like the art of coaching, programming variables, things of that nature. So again, it gets you in the door. It makes you feel more reputable as well, right? Because after you get in and people start liking you, it really doesn't matter so much about the certification, right? But it
Yeah,
is nice to have to make you feel like, hey, I am qualified versus this other individual next to me, right?
definitely.
Cool. Now, in the next 4 to 6 months, how would you like your life to look different than where it's currently at?
Well, different. I am comfortable. I'm not stressing all the time about where I'm going to get this money to pay my rent or where am I going to get this money to pay off my car. Because I personally like having things that make me feel comfortable. And if I'm stressing, obviously it's not a good time for me because then I won't really focus on what needs to be focused on. So just being comfortable, just being able to provide for my family too is another thing, just because my mom is in the older age gap. So she's very like also stressing with money and financials and stuff. And it'd be really nice just to give her that healthy hand, so that she's not stressing, because then it also stresses me out. So I'm a very empathetic person. So if someone's stressing, I'm stressing too. So it's just like, I would just like that stability of living the life that I want to live, you know.
To
Um,
be that peacemaker and provide that generational wealth for your family, right? That'd be huge,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Cool. I love that. Um, Outside of that, any other challenges that you can think of? How long have you been kind of considering online coaching?
I was actually considering more in-person coaching for a while, just because of the experiences I've been having with my clinic, and also just like coaching like my sibling and friends and stuff. Just you know, not like charging them or anything, just for fun, just to see how much of knowledge I have. But then, like, obviously through Instagram and social media, I've been seeing a lot of these ads of online fitness coaching, and it's been kind of probably like the past 2 months I've been thinking about it. I just haven't really approached it in a way. I've just been kind of just um, instigating it in my head until now, obviously. But
Yeah.
yeah, for a good like 2 months, maybe four. But yeah, around there.
Okay. How big of a priority is this for you to make this happen for you and your family?
It's a pretty big one. Yeah.
Like a 1 to a 10,
1 to a 10, I would say like an 8 or 9.
8 or a 9. I love that. Now, what holds you back from being a full-fledged 10?
Uh, I guess school right now, because I know it's very flexible and I can be adaptable and stuff, but school, like for physical therapy and stuff, there's just so much going on all at once. And it's a very short program. So obviously, like I had to think, okay, like I would have to quit my 2 jobs, which is fine. Like it doesn't really matter. It's more so like You got to really balance out a lot of like what you're learning in school and then a lot of what you're learning to build your business, and it's a lot of multitasking, which I guess that's one of them. Multitasking, I guess, getting used to that again. But I'm very used to multitasking and very different um, variations of it. I guess that's holding me back school, but not fully either. Like I just want to do something that I'll be comfortable with while in school, but also something that will change my perspective on different things, you know.
Yeah, if we do this the right way, you don't necessarily have to quit your job. Our main focal point is to, again, utilize the hours that you do have available. And as you build confidence, you build up your clientele, then we can slowly start reducing out. Maybe it's the coffee shop because that one's not going to really be leading you to where you overall want to be at, right?
For sure.
So once
Yeah.
you're getting to that point, we're starting to build stability and income on a regular basis. Then we can start letting go of one job, and then eventually slowly transitioning and kind of figuring out, do we want to do this thing full time? How can we also implement this with our school? So it's not it has to be one way or the other. That's the kind of the beauty behind it. And that's
Yeah,
what our coaches will help you figure out, right? So you're not
for
doing this
sure.
on your own, because at the end of the day, it is stressful creating an online fitness business. Is it going to be tough? Absolutely. Is it going to be
Yeah.
overwhelming? Yes, but it'll
Yeah.
be so worth it, especially if you can literally change out your current circumstance in literally 4 months, right? Think about that, where you're
Yeah.
currently at, how you're feeling, and then thinking about what happens if we hit our goal, where we're hitting, you know, 6 to 8K months on a regular basis while going to school, while building up your own business. How do you feel like that would impact your family and you?
It impacted in a very positive way. Yeah,
Right, being able to help mom out, like one less stressor for her, which means one less stressor for you, right?
for sure. Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to do a quick recap. You're going to test me on how good my note taking skills are. All right. From an A to an F. All right.
Yeah.
So we are based out of California. Right now, we're going to school to be a physical therapist assistant. So we also work in the clinic part-time. We also been at the coffee shop as a manager for the last 4 years. Combine those two, we're working about 30 to 35 hours. Right now, you were also at one point in time working toward your strength and conditioning certification. That kind of took a back seat because of school. Right now, we're really looking to be comfortable, stress-free. We really want to help out family. We want to provide massive impact, but we're looking for financial stability. And more importantly, we're looking for balance. So we want to be able to have time to attend school, be with family, and also invest in yourself, right? What you're looking for is guidance, a clear game plan, and someone that can constantly motivate you, hold you accountable, give you a step-by-step proven system that works. Sounds like right now we're at 8 or 9 out of 10, because again, school is going to be a major priority for us. Eventually, we're looking to become a full-time coach. We're making right around 2,100. We'd like to get to at least 5K first, then get to 10K, right? Because 10K is
Yeah.
going to give us everything that we're looking for. And outside of that, I don't think I missed anything. How'd I do?
You got an A+ on all that.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go. I better. Cool. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to share my screen. We're
Yeah.
going to go over a very high level of what we have to offer. Then I'm going to actually deep dive into the very specific modules that we have. And I'm going to show you how we're going to get you to 10K. Cool?
That's it. Yeah.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Let me know when you can see my screen and we'll party.
Sounds good. I got it.
All right. So as you know, with the Next Level Coaching Academy, we're actually accredited through the Better Business Bureau. So we got a rating of an A out of a possible A+. And we're also backed by 3 of the largest certification companies in the world, ACE, NASM, and ISSA. Now, on the success ladder, we're going to have 2 tiers. We're going to have 10K Accelerator. We're going to have Mastery Level Coaching. Now, 10K Accelerator is great for an individual such as yourself. Someone who is very truly passionate about health and fitness. They want to help others, but they want to create impact on the online platform. The information in this course can get us from 0 up to 10K, as well as get us certified as well. Now, Mastery Level is when you're hitting about 10K per month on a consistent basis. And maybe your focal point is to get to that 50 to 100K per month.
Mhm.
And our goal is to eventually step away from the coaching aspect, become more of a CEO of our own program. Okay.
For sure.
So where we're currently at, we're really going to focus on that foundational level at 10K Accelerator. Would you agree?
Yes.
Beautiful. Now the program is really broken down into 4 phases. The best thing about this program is we're focusing on getting you clients right out the gate. We can't consider ourselves an actual business until we have paying clients. So we'll get that first, then we'll establish a solid business foundation. We're going to teach you how to generate leads organically utilizing AI software to make this more efficient. And we'll develop sales retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass 10K. Sound good so far?
Yes.
Beautiful. All right. The support side of things. This is dope. You're going to have an assigned one-on-one coach the entire 4 months. Again, this individual's gone through both 10K Accelerator and Mastery level. You'll have a customized game plan call with that individual to really review where you're at, where you want to be, and what's the most efficient way to get there. Every 2 weeks, you'll have one-on-one coaching calls, very similar to this. You'll get to revisit the game plan, make changes, receive feedback, and then you'll get very specific instructions on what you need to execute for the next 2 weeks. Outside of that, you're going to have a private sales coach as well. So we're going to show you how the psychology behind sales, how to maximize your return of investment. Okay. And then 5 times a week we'll have group support calls. So this will like accommodate your part-time jobs as well as your school schedule. So this will go over client objection handling, client delivery, mindset issues, even case studies, and then 24/5 tech support. So outside of those game planning calls, you can text your coach as much as you like, 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. They're contractually obligated to answer all of your questions. Now, we both agree that becoming a fitness entrepreneur is awesome, but it will be overwhelming. So we created what we call the Zenpreneur method. We help with weekly mindset calls, breath work, meditation sessions, even journaling, just to ensure you're always in a good headspace to move forward with your business. Okay?
Awesome.
Now, the resources, you'll have that course curriculum. You'll have that Zenpreneur method we just got done discussing. We'll even give you agency outsourcing options to make specific enhancements or changes within your program. And as mentioned earlier, we offer an optional certification at no additional charge. Okay. Any questions on that so far?
No, it seems pretty straightforward. Yeah,
Perfect.
I like it.
Good. Now, this is the secret sauce to get you from 0 to 10K. We're going to go into 4 phases. Okay. Phase 1, act first. What's that mean? We're going to launch our business first. We're going to announce to the world who we are, what we're about, and we're going to give you specific strategies to implement to get you your first couple clients within that first week to 2 weeks. Then we're going to set up all of your back-end administration systems. We're going to make sure you're a fully legal company. And then we're also going to figure out what problems you solve for individuals. Based upon the problem you solve, we'll then create our offer and pricing. It's first done within that first month to month and a half. The remaining time will be in phase 3, phase 4. So phase 3, developing consistency. We're going to teach you organic marketing strategies to really amplify your reach to individuals. And we're going to show you how to utilize AI technology to make this more efficient. We'll also teach you how to generate leads with our community lead generation. And we'll also teach you basic sales, funnel creation. Phase 4 is like the fine tuning. We're going to number one skill you'll ever learn, which is the art of sales. 40% clip or greater. We're also going to teach you consistent. We're going to emphasize support and client retention, people happy for longer periods of time. Any questions on those phases?
No, seems pretty straightforward to me.
Perfect. You're making my job easy. I love this. All right. So now we're in the actual modules. Okay. So there's going to be a total of 32 modules. Each module will have an overview link. It'll also be associated with reading material. So both the reading material and the videos are tutorial style. So step-by-step, 0 guesswork. Okay. So the first step to becoming full-time, I mentioned this before, this is where we're going to implement these strategies right out the gate. Okay. This will attract our clients. The cool thing is the resources we provide you, the majority of them are already done for you. So we're more efficient with our time. Okay. Now the 10K Accelerator Directory, I want you to view this kind of like a school syllabus. It's trying to show you how to maximize the course to its fullest potential. Okay. From there, we're going to move into the 10K roadmap. This is pretty sweet. It's broken up into 2 phases. What do we need to do to get from 0 to 5K? And then what do we need to do to get from 5 to 10? So again, step-by-step strategies, you'll always know what's expected of you. The mindset and lifestyle module, based upon your specific goals, we want to implement daily and nightly routines to ensure you're always moving forward within your business. And then mindset, and imposter syndrome, fear of failure, anxiety, all of these are natural, normal feelings, but how can we move past this to move forward with our business? We're also going to provide you the top 10 struggles that fitness entrepreneurs face, but we've provided solutions behind all of these as well. Now, administration systems and ChatGPT is where things get interesting. Have you heard of ChatGPT?
I have not, no.
Okay, so ChatGPT is like Google on steroids. All right, it's like a high-power virtual assistant. It's really good to maximize for like creating SOPs, even getting content creation ideas. You can even utilize it for like programming, even nutrition. It just makes things so much more efficient, enhances the user experience. Now, the backend systems, we're going to teach you how to set up Wave or Stripe for payments, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform and Calendly to book calls. We'll teach you about Trainerize and TrueCoach to set up all of your programming, all of your nutrition for one spot for your clients. Make it more customizable and convenient for them. Same thing for your financial systems. We're going to show you how to set up your LLC, get your employment identification number, when to open up a business bank account, how to track what's coming in and out of your business, how to pay yourself, how to pay quarterly taxes, business liability insurance, health insurance, all that. Now, the cool thing about this is if you were to file for your LLC the traditional way, it takes roughly 2 to 3 weeks. We're partnered with an AI company called Taylor Brands. This is done within 2 to 3 minutes. So again, convenience and efficiency, so we can focus on our business. Cool. Now, to give you some context, if you're going to every module have one of these, this is called an overview document. So what this will do is it'll show you step by step on each one of these things, how to do this written. Okay. So very straightforward, very how to. Now the videos are the exact same. So say for instance, you want to set up your LLC. You just click on here. So as you can see, it goes step by step. Literally, when I went through something like this, I had one page open and I had my other screen on, just literally copying exactly what they're doing as I went.
Yeah.
Super easy, super simplistic. Cool. From there, we're going to move into, go back one more. From there, we're going to go into target setting. We're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. We're going to deep dive into your specific goals. From there, we're going to identify what problem you solve for individuals. So you working with individuals at PT therapies, there's a lot of problems we can solve, right?
Yeah.
So this will help us kind of figure out our pricing. Okay. So really understanding the value that you bring. And then also, is your program is going to be a more do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself program? The more that you do for individuals or the more that you offer, the higher the ticket, which will be established upon your overall length of term. So we help with the overall structure of your pricing. We also teach you how to create downsells and discounts when applicable as well. Now, organic marketing, we want to expand your reach. We're going to show you different ways that are cost fully free just to get things set up so we can expand your message. But more importantly, we're going to show you how to do 1 hour's worth of work and get 14 different pieces of content created out of that 1 hour. So again, all convenient and efficient. Okay. We'll show you how to market for all things Facebook, as well as show you how to set up podcasts and YouTube. Okay. We want to expand your message. We want people to know who you are, what you're about, and what message you bring. As far as Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, it's more than just randomly posting. Very specific strategies that most people don't understand on how to access these platforms. Same thing with Facebook. We do it all the way down to the hashtag use. So every one of these. Then everybody's new favorite, we're going to show you how to maximize TikTok as well. Okay. So I don't mess with TikTok. I'm too old, so I don't mess with TikTok. How to maximize that. From there, we're going to move into content creation made easy. Have you heard of Canva before?
No, I've not.
So we're going to introduce you to Canva Pro and Microsoft Designer. So what this is an editing feature. This provides your page a more aesthetic look. It's more organized. We want you to think of your page kind of like a storefront. So think if you're out shopping, you look in a window and something kind of catches your eye and makes you want to go in. We want that same type of appeal for people crossing by your page. Okay. Really good for, again, organization, good for branding. It's just excellent for overall page aesthetics. So we'll show you how to implement that. And then we're going to move into our 10K lead generation framework. The first of which is what we call earned media. I want you to think of this as people coming to you or inbound marketing. Okay. So first what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to set up a WhatsApp group and why it's important and who we're going to target. Once we have that set up, we're then going to give you specific strategies to get people in the door. So an example, cross-pollination. Let's pretend maybe you're partnered with another physical therapist. Okay. So now all of a sudden their audience gets to see who you are, your audience gets to see who they are, and now we're expanding our overall reach. Free resources, everyone loves free, right? Click on here and get 1 week's worth of free nutrition, right? One of my favorite ones is a scholarship strategy. This gets people in the door right away, gets them very excited, and you get a ton of people engaging. We also have what we call to actions as well. Now, the opposite of this one is what we're going to be calling conversation to calls. This is outbound marketing, or you reaching out to individuals first. Okay. So we'll give you specific scripts. We're going to give you conversation to call examples. And more importantly, we're actually going to show you where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms and how to build and nurture these relationships. Now, the cool thing is now that we have that WhatsApp strategy, those people are being filtered in through your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok. Hopefully they're engaging with people that you already service. So those people are already talking about how dope you are and all the testimonials you're providing. So by the time they get on that sales call with you, They feel like there's a trust, they feel like they know you. And by that point in time, you've already had a more one-on-one intimate conversation. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Then referral strategy. This is the easiest way to grow your business. Friends, families, coworkers, talking about how amazing you are. We're going to show you different resources and give you incentives to get people to want to give you referrals without you actually having to ask. Now, important thing to know when we're talking about conversation and calls, don't just think only DMing. Think about your local community. Okay. So as an example, I'm partnered with a local supplement company here. I have my clients on specific supplementation based upon their goals. That supplement company gives me 30 referrals a month because I'm supporting their business. So it's a great way for me to generate a ton more of leads without having to reach out to people, right? So think of it that way. Cool. From there, whoops, what I do here. From there, we're going to move into sales overview and fundamentals. If you are going to be an entrepreneur, you got to be good at sales. There's no way around it, right? So we're going to teach you the art of selling, okay? And we're going to set up 2 types of phone calls. The first is a meet and greet. I want you to think of this as like a screening call. It's a 10 to 15 minute phone call to figure out, do I really want to work with this person and can I actually solve their problems? So we'll give you real-time examples with our coaches, which will set up our closing calls. We're trying to lock them down and turn them into an actual client. So you're going to do a ton of objection handling here. We'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you our entire objection handling web. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts. Now, this will be a complete game changer for you. Understanding how to create financing options for people who normally couldn't afford it, and then get how to lock them in once and for all. Now, once we lock them in, we want to go back. We want to track all this. We want to track how many calls were booked, how many showed, how many closed, and at what length of term. We want to make sure there's predictable data every single month. So we'll give you our resources in order to track this more efficiently. Now, objection handling, this is going to be like all the excuses someone's going to give you as to why they can't start. Okay, we'll give you over 30 different examples that you're going to hear over and over again. So the more you can familiarize yourself with these, the easier it is to overcome those objections on that sales call and get them to want to lock in at an earlier time. Cool. Any questions on that so far?
No,
All right.
I think I'm
Cool.
okay.
Now, client onboarding is probably the most overlooked area by most individuals. So this is someone's first 30 days in your program. This will make or break if someone wants to continue working with you. We need to make sure this is a very special moment. This is where standards and expectations are created. But more importantly, we want to get a resource in their hands within that first 24 to 48 hours while you're building out their program. Okay. From there, we're going to move into client delivery. This is the fun stuff, the week-to-week process on how you're delivering services. But how can we do this more efficiently? We're going to show you how to utilize ChatGPT to create free resources, set up your workouts, your programs to make it more fast and convenient for them. And then this is going to happen to you no matter how good of a coach you are or trainer. Someone's going to ghost you. Someone's going to quit. Someone's not going to listen, right? So it's inevitable. But usually when this happens, it's because they feel like they're missing something. They want more of a larger community. They want to talk about others about your leg days with somebody else, right? They want to have more group engagement. Some of them want more one-on-one touch points with you. Some of them want challenges, and some of them want to be incentivized to do what's already expected of them. So we'll give you resources and strategies to get them to want to execute at a higher level on a more consistent basis. From there, customer support, the not so fun side of things. How do we deal with cancellations, refunds? How do we track it, but how do we mitigate it for the upcoming months? And then lastly, retention. We want to keep people for long periods of time, but we want to advance them to higher levels of your programming. So how can we do that? And how do we track it from month to month? Okay. Quick recap and we'll answer all of your questions. Sound good?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. The program itself, 4 months long. You'll have your customized game planning call with your coach. You're going to have a one-on-one coach the entire enrollment period. You'll have one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks. You'll have the sales coach. You'll have the Facebook community and CEO trainings with Chad. 5 times a week of group support calls that accommodate a 9 to 5 or a school schedule. You'll have 24/5 tech support, the optional certification, and the business course curriculum. Is there anything you feel like we're missing here?
No, I think it's question though for the
Yes.
program. Am I going to be charged for anything?
As far as outside of like what the course would cost,
Yeah.
the only thing that you could see that you might want to invest in additional would be probably like DocuSign, and maybe if you're using like an app like a Trainerize or something like that, I would say nothing over, depending on what you're going to be investing in, $50 to $100 additional.
Okay.
Now, like that Chat GPT I was telling you about, there's a free one, and that one's really good, but Chat GPT 4 is like 5 times faster and smarter. That's probably an additional $20, but it's super worth it. So if you haven't had the opportunity to play with it, like I could literally type in, write me a funny story about progressive overload, and it would literally do it right in front of you. And then you can, I mean, it's done within a fraction of a minute.
Sick. Okay. Good to know.
So that's how quick we can start getting things out. So it's totally worth it. Any other questions you got so far?
No, I think that was the only one.
How are we feeling after you've seen this so far? Are we feeling good? Do we like it? Do we love it?
Yeah, it's very organized and very efficient. I really like the organization within it. So it's pretty cool.
I figured you would since you're in college, like everything's about being organized and structured and step
Yeah.
by step, right? So I love
Yeah.
that. Did you get a chance to check out any testimonials?
I briefly looked at them, but not fully like watched. But
Cool.
yeah.
I'm only going to show you like 2, and they're from different ends of the spectrum, but I feel like you could resonate with them. Okay. First one I'm
Okay.
going to show you. I'm going to show you the first person, Charlotte. Okay. So Charlotte was an in-person trainer. I know you mentioned possibly thinking about that. She was making about 40K a year. She wanted to get out of that. She knew there was much more on the table for her. So she joined our program. After 6 months, she contracted over 200K. She's now a CEO making 70K a month. So she launched her program. She's like a big time elite level CEO now. Okay. So that's one end of the spectrum. Now, Karina, she was making about 2K a month, roughly kind of what we're making. And her goal was she wanted to travel more and spend more time with her kiddos or her family. Okay. So I know that's huge for you. You wanted balance. You wanted to be able to help family out. First
Yeah.
tattoo indicates when she started in LCA. Bottom tattoo indicates when she quit her job. After 6 months, she was collecting 10 to 12K months on a regular basis. She's now hitting 15K a month, working 35 hours a week. So I give you that because I know right now you're working roughly 35 hours per week, right? Going to school, all these things. So
Yeah.
out of those 2, who do you feel like you can most resonate with?
Second one.
Man,
Karina's. Yeah.
I like it. Cool. I'm just going to share a couple averages because I think a lot of people want to know, what does the basic person do, right? Like not your top 10, but what does the basic person do? So 73% of our students sign their client in month 1. On average, it takes them 1 week to do so. So cool stat behind this. The individuals that sign their client in month 1, by the end of month 4, are averaging over 8K per month. The individuals that don't sign their client in month 1, but by the end of month 4, are averaging 6,500. So just to be a basic mediocre student, you could expect to make 6,500 up to 8K. Think about that. Right now, we're just at about 2,000. We could be making anywhere between 4 to 6,000 more per month, just being basic. Do you think you're a basic
Yeah.
individual?
Right now, yes.
Right now? Now, this is pretty cool. Of the students who hit a 10K month, on average, it takes them just 13 weeks to do so. So just over 90 days, you could be on the road to being in a completely different tax bracket
Mhm.
and helping that family out, right? And the students who stay with us 12 months have 97 clients on their roster on average. Those individuals with 97 clients are averaging 366,000 per year. So major moves for their businesses. And our
For sure.
program right now is being scored a 4.5 out of 5 on average, which means people are getting massive results for their respective businesses. Any questions on that?
Nope. Pretty
Cool.
straightforward. Yeah.
All right. Did you get a chance to hear about the 3 times your investment guarantee?
3 times. Was that the video link you sent me on that document? Sure.
Yeah. So one of them, basically, I'll just touch on it briefly. Yeah. Some programs offer like a money back guarantee. We offer, you'll 3 times your investment back, or you get 100% guarantee back. Okay. So how that works is attend your game plan call, which is pretty standard. Attend all of your one-on-one coaching calls, which is only 2 per month. 1 group support call each week. Not spend longer than 2 weeks on your optional certification. Run a scholarship program within the first 90 days, which is only going to help you get people right out the gate. Charge at least $250 per services or more. All right. And no late payments. If you do all that, just show up and do the work. We're guaranteeing you'll 3 times what you invest in, or you get 100% refund back. Does that give you a little bit more confidence?
Yeah.
I love it. Cool. All right. What questions do you have for me so far?
Well, not much. I mean, it's really organized and pretty straightforward. Obviously, like I'm still going to continue learning within the process. It's not like I'm going to know everything. It's a process. So just everything is really organized really well. But if I were to start, like when, like approximately would you want me to, or would you recommend me to start really implementing my time into this?
So from day one, we'd be implementing time, right? So we just need to be realistic with our expect. If we can do 10 to 20 hours, you're in a solid spot. But like say, for instance, you get to a point to where maybe school's like overwhelming, you're going to have days where you probably can't fit this in as much as you'd like, right? So we just find areas to get resourceful in. So to give you an example, when I was a master level trainer for over 15 years, so I was training 40 clients a week, 2 to 3 times a week. So I was mad busy, right? So
Mhm.
what I did was I listened to modules on the way to the gym driving, on the way back, and before I was doing cardio. So by the time I got home, I'd be implementing what I've already learned, right? So if you think about strategizing it in that way, or if you have a lunch break, instead of sitting around asking how people's weekends were, you just pop in a module, you knock a couple things out, and then you're good to go. So again, our main focal point is to get you clients right out the gate. So as you're obtaining your certification, as you're building your business, we're also building your clientele. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Cool. Are you excited about this? Do we like this?
yeah, I do. I'm very excited.
Good. I love that. Now, next we're going to talk about the investment portion. What's this thing going to cost us? Okay. So there'll be a payment plan or there'll be a paid in full option. Payment plan means we put down a down payment. We spread the rest out over 4 months. Paid in full just means we pay the whole thing up front. We save a significant amount of money. Now, the cool thing is no matter where you're at financially, we have financing options and extended payment plans. So if this is something that you 100% feel is in perfect alignment with what you need, I have something that I can get you in the door with. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Cool. Now, how are we feeling? Do you feel like this is in alignment with what you want, what you need?
Yes, it is. Yeah. I
I
mean, I
love it.
want to
So
keep learning, so yeah, it is.
not only are you going to be able to keep learning, you're going to be able to provide more value to your current or your future clients. And more importantly, you're going to be able to provide value to yourself and your family, right?
For sure.
Right. Are we ready to finally commit to this thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool. All right, so now we're going to talk about it. What's this thing going to cost us? All right, only $100,000 in your left kidney. I'm just, I'm just,
No, you're good.
I'm just playing. There's a payment plan of $7,000. There's a paid in full option of $6,200 that saves you $800. Out of those two, which do you think would probably work best for you?
The 6,200 one? Oh, wait, no. The payment plan, sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, majority of individuals who do the payment plan, $7,000 is a lot. $6,200 is a lot, right? So
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how we would do this if we didn't have to do any extended payment plans or financing options first, okay? And then I'll kind of present the other ones pending what you need. Cool?
Yeah.
So what the average student would do is if they're going to go through just a payment plan, not utilizing anything else, they put down about $2,300. That brings that 7,000 down to 4,700. You divide that over 4 months because that's the length of the term. And you divide that over 4 months, it comes out to just over 1,100 per month. So that's you needing 3 to 5 clients, depending what you're charging. Pretty reasonable. Is that something you feel like you can commit to?
So would I have to pay like that 1,100, or would that come out from the clientele that I start receiving?
You would be paying that out. That'd be like your monthly payment.
Okay.
So we're going to teach you how to get the clients. We're going to teach you how to market, how to nurture those relationships. And then as you build up your return of investment, we just pay the stuff off early too with no penalty.
Okay. Because realistically, if we're talking like realistically, I don't have $1,100 to pay with at the moment, just because I do have all these other bills that I am paying, and I don't receive that much investment right now with what I'm working with. So it is a lot of money that I wasn't really prepared for to hear, but um, I don't know. If you were in my shoes and I don't like, I have nothing. Like I just have money for bills and stuff. Like what would you recommend me doing? Because I do want to
Yeah, great
start, but
question.
I also don't want to stress over like figuring out how I'm going to pay that, you know?
Yeah, 100%. That's a very natural fear. A lot of people have that. If you don't feel a slight sense of anxiety or nervousness, something's wrong with you, right? That's a lot of money, right?
Mhm.
So think about this. Putting finances aside, if we know this is exactly what we need, then do you feel like that's what you need right now?
Yes.
Okay. So let's figure this out because all it's coming down to for you is finances, right? So
Yeah.
we're gonna get resourceful. We're gonna put our heads together. We're gonna figure something out that makes sense for you and your family. Okay.
Mhm.
So what I would probably do first is there's one thing we call Sweet Pay. It's a third-party financing company. And what this allows us to do is we take that 7,000, we spread it out over 12 months instead of 4, okay? Which means a significantly less down payment, significantly less reoccurring. So the cool thing is only 5% now. So 5% of 7,000 is 350 plus a one-time service activation fee of $59. So to get started today, we're looking at only 409 bucks. Now your next payment wouldn't be due for about 5 weeks, the end of July. Your monthly payments from there on out would be 597, which is you needing 2 clients tops to make that back. That's really easy. Do you feel like that's something you could commit to?
So I would pay like 300 and something like to start now. And then if I do receive like 2 clients or so in the next 5 weeks, I would use that money to pay the rest. That's what you're saying, right?
Yep. So to get going today on a hypothetical, it'd be 409. And then what would happen is obviously we're going to try to help build your business, right? We're going to show you and implement these things to get your first couple clients. Now we're still going to utilize your current jobs that you're utilizing, right? So we don't want to just only be relying upon those 2 clients. I'm giving you kind of an idea of what you need to make that money back. But as you're receiving clients, obviously they're going to be paying you, and then you just be making your monthly payments based off of what you're doing part-time as well as what you're doing as a coach. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So think about that. You have 2 part-time jobs, which is great. Then we're also going to help you get you some clients right out the gate. Okay. So if we're able to get our clients within that first 2 to 2.5 weeks, we're in a solid spot. And then as you continuously grow and you continuously get that support weekly, right? You'll have that community Facebook group, you'll have that private coach. And more importantly, you have that 3 times your investment guarantee. You're going to continuously build more and more business as you get more and more confident and follow through with the courses. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. So is that something you feel like we could commit to?
Um, if I were to say, can I think about it for the day and get back to you tomorrow, would that be a possibility?
There's zero pressure for you to have to do anything today. Now,
Okay.
I would challenge you a little bit on that. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did the same thing. So remember, I was an in-person and I'm old. So technology scared the crap out of me. All right. I
Yeah.
barely know how to log on to stuff. So it's scary. So usually people say they need to think about it for a couple reasons. Okay. So one, maybe I failed you by not giving you enough clarification on what this course really entails. 2, maybe you don't feel like the course is going to give you the results that you're really looking for.
Mhm.
3, you're nervous that you might not follow through or commit to it fully. Or 4, it's a financial matter. Out of those 4, which do you think most resonate with you?
Financial matter.
Okay, so financial matter. So let me ask you this. Okay, why are we here on the call? What's our main reason why?
Just to build something that I will be able to invest my time in, but also build something that I can feel comfortable and safe in. I just personally like I know these like what's it called? These certifications and everything, like there's a lot to it. And I knew it was gonna cost me like at least right now to start off a little more than what I'm used to typically. Um,
Hmm.
but obviously seeing that big number, it's scary because I've been
Oh
seeing
yeah.
a lot of big numbers recently because of school. And I'm also gonna pay off my school right now for the new one that I'm starting. And it's a lot of money. So just all that financial like numbers and stuff have been very stressful for me. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of like I can commit and everything. I can do it. I've done it in the past with other things that I've done. It's just kind of obviously different because this is me building something for me and it's not like school or it's not like, owing a parent or a friend something. It's just more for myself. So and it's also just, this is new. So I'm not like, I've never really done anything of like content creating or like selling my business that I'm coming up with or like anything like that. It's never been in my my sight, I guess, until now. Because
Yeah.
I'm, getting older and social media has been a big impact on like what I do on the daily, like working out and everything. And I do follow influencers and I do follow like fitness coaches on social media. Obviously, it's a little different, but you know, they obviously came from a support system, which is what you guys are doing. Um, but yeah, just financially, it's been hard for me recently. So I think that's why I'm kind of just being like, okay, like I really need to think about this because I don't have the money to pay it forward right now, you know?
Yeah, 100%. And that's so good that you're being like open and transparent about it. So we know why you're here now. We know how important this is to have something that you created. It's not only going to impact you, but your family and then just your long-term success. So we also have, we're guaranteeing you're going to have 3 times what you put in. So essentially, if it's like a loan, right, you're putting in 7,000 to get 21,000 back in 4 months minimum. So essentially, the least you're going to make it comes out to average right around 5K per month, which is right now over double than what you're making.
Yeah.
So do you really feel like it's a risk if we're going based upon your level of commitment? So far you proved to yourself you've gotten through school, you've gotten through multiple jobs. So there's been plenty of times where you're like, there's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to do this, but you found a way.
Yeah.
If you feel like this is going to be something that's going to impact not just a month from now, but your life, do you feel like you'd be able to commit to that?
Yes. I mean, I've done it before, like you said, so I can do it just as long as I follow through and I'm feeling motivated to do it. Because motivation has been also what has held me back from things in the past. Just like I don't have that support that motivates me enough to follow through with everything. Because
Yeah.
I've tried to get like certifications for like selling license, like insurance and stuff. And like the girl that helped me was like pretty motivating, but she wasn't really there for me the way, you guys are trying, or wasn't really as organized because like they expected me to drive to LA and do all these other things. And it's like that's not what I'm looking for. Like I'm not trying, like I know time is precious and time needs to be used to build something, but it's also like, you know, I need to have that motivation because she only comes to me like when she can. And it's like if I have it like whenever I need it, like the support and everything, like it's pretty possible for me to do that.
Yeah. So touching on motivation, right? Motivation is a feeling. It's just, I like to tell people straightforward, motivation is just temporary bullshit. It's going to come down to being really disciplined, right? And to be
For sure.
disciplined, you need people that are going to be able to hold you accountable, right? So if we're in a spot right now to where we know things are tight, we know that when things are tight, we stress. When things are tight, family stresses. And if we have the opportunity to make those stresses go away, would we actually even consider settling for anything less? To be Nayeli 2.0, to be that peacemaker?
No. Yeah. I see where you're going with it.
So essentially, you can't afford not to move forward. The reason maybe why what you just discussed to me hasn't worked out is because you're not going towards your purpose. Today, you decided to move toward purpose. Think about what you're going to school for. Think about how this aligns with what you want to do. And then think about the support that you're getting. So you're now moving forward towards something that you are actually purposed to be put on this earth for, to help individuals become a better version of themselves. So there's a lot of opportunities that you're going to hear about on social media, or you're going to know someone that makes a lot of money selling houses. Great for them. Your gift has been being empathized, being an empath, being able to help other individuals get out of a painful situation. That's your gift. So what works well for one person is not necessarily going to be your path. You finally figured out your path. Why would you skip over that?
Yeah.
Right? So think about this. You are $409 away from actually taking action toward what you're supposed to be doing. Is that really a lot to be in a position where it can make up where you've been at for the last couple months?
I think I can do it. Yeah. I mean, Todd, just talking to you and you being real with me is what I need. Not someone sugarcoating everything. Like you're very right in what you're saying. So
Yeah,
yeah.
the people that are going to be successful, they got three characteristics. They're coachable, they're consistent, they're committed. Okay. So coachable, what does that mean? It means being able to take feedback, not getting butt hurt over it, adjusting and making those changes, right?
Yeah.
Consistent means we're doing what is necessary every single day, even if we don't feel like doing it. It means acting and doing those things. Any job you go to, there's going to be something you don't want to do. But to
Mhm.
be massively successful, it means doing those things that you don't like with the same passion toward the things that you do like. So if you can reframe your mindset, no, hey, is this my favorite thing to do? No, but is it going to get me closer to my goal? I'm going to do it with all my heart. So you're going to commit to it, right? And then commitment is you're not interested. Committed means difference between commitment and interested is interested means I'll get around to it one day. Commitment means no, I'm taking action based upon where I see myself, not where my current circumstance is. So I'm committed, for one, to pour into myself because I deserve it, because my mom deserves it, and because I have a specific goal that I'm going to get to, and I'm not going to negotiate that. Do you feel like you have those three C's?
Yes,
Right. So now it's just time to take action.
for sure.
Are you ready to lock in and do this?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm proud of you. Let's do it. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to share this link with you. Okay. And it's called, this is the one from SweetPay, so you can see exactly how this works. Okay. So copy. And then while you're filling this out, I'm going to kind of go over some other options just in case we can always see what we have for playing cards, like I like to call it, like all options on deck. Okay, go ahead and click on that. Now, as far as credit, is it good, bad, great, awesome? What does your credit look like?
It's very fair. It's
We're
not like it's good. It's not
talking
like
like maybe 500s.
I'm in the 600s. So
Cool. Okay. So we're going to try a couple things. This one we're going to do first because I know you're going to get guaranteed. It's a 90% success rate. Okay. So one, I want us to get on the board. I want us to feel good. I want us to start building momentum off this. Okay.
so question, the link you sent me, what is it for again? Just
So,
to
so this is the SweetPay one. So this is the one that kind of breaks that out over 12 months instead of 4.
got it. And is this gonna run my credit?
This one's a soft credit check, so will not run your credit just to see
Oh,
what you get approved for. Now, after we approve it, it will be a credit. After you decide that you want to move forward, which I think that's what we're doing, it will pull on your credit. Okay. It's going to ask you loan amount. You'll just put in 7,000. And because you're taking action today, I'm going to throw in a little something extra with you. Okay. So I'm going to throw in a resource folder for you. What that's going to allow you to do is you're going to get like 3 months of pre-programmed workouts already done for you. Whether that's 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week. Because I want you to focus on building your business. I don't want you to be overwhelmed or stressed with that. Okay.
thank you.
Of course.
So requested amount 7,000, right? You said?
Yep. Yep. And then it'll ask you like what it's for. You're just going to put in coaching.
And then it says annual gross income. Do I just
Yeah.
put how
So what do you
make?
think you're making about, what'd you say, 2,100 a month?
Yeah, so it's ends up being like
About
14,
25,000.
25,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you also get any like type of like school funding or anything?
I do, but that's gonna end like this this month. And then
I did say your name right, Nayeli, correct?
Yeah, you said that right.
All
A lot of
right.
people butcher it, so thank you.
Yes, I practiced for like 5 minutes before the call.
I appreciate that.
Of course. So you're born and raised in Cali then?
Yeah,
That's
fully.
awesome.
Yeah.
A little jealous. I'm a little jealous.
It's expensive over here, though, I will tell you.
I know. I was out in I want to say Monterey about 7 months ago. We went and hiked in Yosemite. But yeah, I didn't realize the ocean out by Monterey was so cold.
It's cold. Yeah, it's cold out here.
Oh my God, it was unbelievable. They're like, oh, it's not that bad. Then like we went scuba diving. I was
Mhm.
freezing.
That's so funny. Yeah, it's cold over here, but it's nice. I like California. It's just really expensive. The economy is too much.
Oh yeah, agreed.
Uh,
All right, I'm gonna share my screen with you so you can see exactly what I was talking about. Give you a little bit more clarity. Okay, can you see this? Okay.
yes.
Okay, so purchase price or loan amount is going to be 7,000. Okay, down payment today will be 350 plus a one-time service activation fee of $59, which will bring it to 409. Okay, our loan amount will come down to 6,650. We spread that over 12 months. Your monthly payment is 597.08, which is you need like 2 clients. Okay, so I'm assuming that you're going to charge at least 300 per client, right? Pretty easy. Okay, remember all the people that you work with, all the people that know how dope you are at your clinic. This should be easy. Okay, now first payment will kick in today. It'll be 409. Your next payment won't be due until the end of July, which would be the 597. The cool thing about this is if you have a credit card, typically credit cards APRs are like 18.99%. This is not nearly as much as a credit card. So think of it that way. Okay. So that's the first one. We already know that you got approved for that one, which is awesome. Now, quick question. Do you have a PayPal account?
No, I don't.
Okay. So that one we could try out, but PayPal is kind of similar to, it's called 6 months, same as cash. So essentially whatever you get approved for, if you would get approved, let's just pretend you get approved for $3,000. Let's just pretend. As long as you pay that off before 6 months, it's 0 interest. Okay. So it allows us to put down a larger down payment. But if we know right now that we're trying to keep these payments down a lot smaller, probably just want to stick with where we're currently at. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we ready to commit to this?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, so watch this. I'm going to share my screen again because I'm going to walk us through together. And I'm going to hit prepare consumer agreement. Whoops, let me put in here coaching. Okay, we're going to hit this. You're going to get an email. You're going to want to go ahead and sign and approve it. So you're going to e-sign it. And while you're doing that, I'm going to set up our payment systems. I can't. Now, once we get this all set up, you're going to end up getting access tomorrow. Okay, so your PST time, they typically open up around 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So usually you can expect to have them are onboarded by 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, which for you would be like right around 9 to 10 PST time. So you'll be on board in the morning. You'll get a text message from an onboarding specialist. It'll grant you access. And then you'll also be able to book your game planning call with your coach. Okay. Now, important thing that I want you to know is you do not have to wait for your game planning call to get started. Get in there and go. Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense so far?
Yes.
All right, cool. And while you're filling stuff out, I'm filling stuff out over here. Are you excited? Why don't I sense this excitement right now?
It's my anxiety. I'm a little like, this is new for me. I've never done anything like this before. So it's just kind of like, but
100%. You should feel that way, but there should also be like, you know what? I don't have anyone else to blame. I'm making my own life, right? I'm creating my own thing. You mentioned that's what you want to do. You want to create your own version, right? That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
How exciting is that? Not a lot of people, especially your age, are making that decision. You could be making more than like majority of adults here not to say you're not adult, right? You're in your 20s,
Yeah.
but like you'll be making more than a lot of people that are in their like older years. That's
Yeah.
huge.
I just like, I guess for me, it's just kind of like, I'm adding another thing to my plate, but it's also like it'll be worth it in the end. It's just
Yes.
like, this week I also am starting like an in-person class at school. I'm gonna have to be driving like 3 days a week, pretty far from where I live. And it's like, okay, like I need to make time for this and this and this and this. And I'm also going to a Hawaii trip in a few weeks. So it's just kind of like
Oh, you're going to
everything.
Hawaii?
Yeah, I'm
Oh
kind
man,
of.
mad jealous right about now. Now, is this Laguna Hills, California?
Yes,
Okay, cool. Is this an apartment or a house?
it's a house.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure, so we're good there. Yeah, I used to, when I was younger, we used to go to California. I used to play basketball at Laguna Beach.
Oh, Laguna Beach. Yeah, I live like 15 minutes away from Laguna
Yeah. So I love Cali.
Beach. It's a nice area.
Yeah, it is exceptionally nice. All right. How are we doing on the sweet pay stuff?
I am getting all of it done.
Cool.
So today what I'll be paying is 409, you said, right?
Yep, you'll be doing that through this thing that I'm setting up through Wave. So we're going to take it through Wave, and then your ongoing monthly payments will kick in at the end of July, which would be the $597.
And then the sweet pay, that's where my money is gonna come through, right?
Correct.
That's
So this first one, our payment's going to go through Wave, but ongoing, it'll be set up automatically through sweet pay. Yep. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I told my sister about this and she's like, oh, well, let me know how it goes.
That's
Okay.
awesome. See, you got some good support. Someone they want to see you win.
Yeah. Um, okay, I just finished that.
See what we got here. Okay, she's official like a referee. We're moving on to this. All right. Do you have any middle initials in your name at all on your card?
No, that's my full name right there.
Okay, cool. I'm ready for your card number when you are.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me go.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. I got it right here.
Okay.
It's 4342
Okay.
5623
All right.
4026
Okay.
0593
Okay. And month and year
1123
and the CVV.
515.
Cool. All right. She's about to be official.
I'm excited.
You better be.
It's new,
Boom,
it's different.
boom. Now what I'm gonna do is everything that I promised you, now I gotta do my end, and I gotta add on a client agreement, everything I told you about the resource folder. We're gonna put this in here, and then you'll be done. Okay, and you'll have an onboarding specialist reach out to you. Tomorrow, you'll be onboarded. So tonight, I want you to have fun. I want you to celebrate that you invested in yourself because you deserve it. I'm
Thank
pumped
you.
for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's go. All right. And while you're waiting for me to load this up, if there's a picture how you want to be viewed by other individuals, go ahead and send that to my phone now, because we'll introduce you to the 10K Accelerator team on our private Facebook group.
Okay.
You'll probably see me hop on there and hype you up as well as soon as they post it. I'm really good at doing that. I like to hype people up.
Thank you.
Of course. What was your email address? I'm sorry, I clicked off of it.
It's N Hernandez, so my last name,
Okay.
0158
Okay.
at gmail.com.
Okay.
Okay, I just sent you one.
Perfect. I'll take a look at it here in 2 seconds. So what I'm doing here is where it says specials, that's just say we're throwing in the 3 times investment guarantee as mentioned. You're also gonna get that resource folder with all those additional workouts. And then the payment plan, everything else is kind of like mapping out exactly what we did today. Okay. So for what this means is I'm gonna say client paid, oops, geez, spelling, paid 409 on 6/19. Client has monthly payments set up. Oops, geez, through Sweet Pay. Client has start date of 6/20. Geez, 56. Good Lord, what's going on? 6/20/23. Okay. 3 times investment. Let's see if I can spell guarantee right. My Alzheimer's kicks in every once in a while. I don't spell it right. And this resource folder included. Boom. Cool. Now you'll see down here, you'll have places that like kind of show you where to initial and where to sign. This here, you're writing account numbers in case you were to need like your reimbursement back by the end of the term. Okay, so fill that in there. You'll have like one more place to sign underneath me. I'm going to send this over to you. You'll sign it, and then we'll go over it, and then you got rid of me for the rest of the day.
Gotcha. And how much longer do you think it'll take? Just because I'm just asking because I have to take.
And you'll get onboarded to, like literally 2 minutes. You'll be done.
Okay. Okay.
As soon as you sign this, we are all set to go.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I really appreciate your patience and working
No
through this.
worries. I'm just taking my mom to work. That's why I asked.
Oh,
Nothing
all
else.
good. Yeah, we got to make sure mom's taken care of. All right, just sent that to you. So go ahead and check that out.
Through email
Yeah,
or
so
message?
I sent it to you via email.
Got it. I got it. Cool. See, my anxiety is going away. I'm feeling better now.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Is trying to walk this through this.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I'm super excited for you, and I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
Kind of weird to hear from a stranger from the internet, right?
You're not a stranger anymore.
I know, right? I am not. We're on the same team now.
Yes.
Now, one thing that I will show you once you sign, there's going to be an area on your course that I want you that you're going to have to implement immediately so it unlocks everything for you. So where it says here, if you can see my screen, welcome to NLCA's 10K Accelerator Program. You
Yeah.
want to complete that first, and that will unlock the rest of the course. So you can't skip over that, okay?
Okay.
Cool. Oh, got the curls. Uh-oh. I see it. The picture you just sent over got the curls going.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that all the time. My hair is actually pretty straight, but I didn't know what other picture to use.
It's all right. She said, let's go fancy. I'm with it. Let's go.
Okay, I think I did it already.
All right. Let me click. We should be good to go. Oh, boom. She's official. Let's go. Hand clap for Nayeli. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
Thank
So
you.
you will be onboarded tomorrow. Okay. So again, our people usually jump on around 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So for you, that's not a problem because it'll be way earlier in California time. So expect to get like a text message anywhere between, I'd say, 7 to 9-ish your time. So
Okay.
usually like we usually onboard between 9 and 12, okay? Our time. So that would be like 7 to, like I said, 9 or something like that. You'll get a text,
Okay.
okay?
Because I will be in school around that time.
All
So,
good. Yep.
yeah.
Whenever you get to it, totally fine.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go celebrate tonight. Get excited about this.
I will.
All right. If you have any questions or concerns, shoot me a text. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You have a wonderful day.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.